Why PM Harini was at hospital. Googlies by the 8th president. AKD gets a phone call from Sajith. Ranil frequents Flower Road on Sagala's behalf.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Angela Merkel was once considered the world's most powerful woman. As the German Chancellor, she took correct political and economic decisions for the well-being of nearly 80 million of people without facing a single corruption charge. For 16 years, she never changed the style of her wardrobe. At a press conference, a journalist asked Merkel, "We realise that you are wearing the same suit, don't you have another?" She replied, "I am a civil servant, not a model." In another press conference, they asked her, "Do you have a housemaid cleaning your house, preparing food, etc.?" Her response was, "No, I have no servants or need them. My husband and I do this work every day at home." Then another journalist asked, "Who is doing the laundry, you or your husband?" Her response was, "I'm fixing the clothes and my husband is the one who runs the washing machine." It is a long time ago she retired from politics, but the world has words of praise for her even today. Here at home, we too yearn for simple politicians. Why PM Harini was at hospital. It is a habit for politicians to be surrounded by bodyguards and cohorts wherever they go. If it is a PM, advanced security parties and journalists too fill the place. Anyway, the country's second citizen was seen at Sri Jayawardenepura Hospital. PM Harini was there for some medical tests. Her lone presence was a shock for the doctors and other staff. One doctor remarked about the absence of bodyguards and the media. With a smile, Harini said she had come to get some tests done and that she needs no one accompanying her for that. AKD's reply to East Governor. President AKD tours the country to speak at the NPP's election rallies, which continue to draw huge crowds. Recently, he was on his way to Trincomalee when he received a phone call from the Eastern Province Governor. That one invited AKD to have a meal at his official place. The president replied that he was in Trincomalee for political purposes, and it won't be good if he does that. "It would have been different had I been on official duty," said AKD. That was an answer quite unexpected by the governor. Googlies by the 8th president. In the meantime, Ranil, who was the 8th president, sends in googlies, reacting with media statements to claims by the government. Also, his cronies say the government would collapse by April. Social media comments say Ranil is now used to finish up someone else's term and awaits another opportunity. AKD's reaction. AKD reacted strongly to predictions the government would be finished in a matter of months. He said in Polonnaruwa that he gained power of the state after decades of hard work, not to let it go easily. He said he won't look back until what he undertook to do was completed. Many recall what he said during the presidential race and say none with a memory will challenge the government at this juncture. He finishes off Ranil. At a rally in Puttalam, AKD advised Ranil sternly to stay at home after his defeat without worrying the government. He responded to Ranil's media briefing, where he claimed to have allotted funds for a state sector pay hike. Who fires up GAMAN? AKD is hostile towards Ranil, not because of his media briefings and statements, say government sources. It is because he has been told by state intelligence that Ranil provides GAMAN with commission reports and fires him up the way he did recently. Nevertheless, people laugh at GAMAN over his tricks. SL Blog's Hasalaka Thushara says people won't forget GAMAN face. As Abhisheka looks in askance, he explains that GAMAN face will be remembered in order not to vote for him. GAMAN files an old court case. GAMAN has become quite a headache for the government. So files that remained closed for years get reopened. Also, an old court case against him has been raised. He stands accused of defrauding $1.5 million from an Australian in 1996 to 97. The High Court ordered on the 24th to make written objections on the 25th of November. The Attorney General has filed the case against GAMAN and Sydney Jayaratne on a complaint made by the fraud victim. The government is now taking GAMAN head-on. It wants to shatter the credibility of the Commission of Inquiry appointed by Ranil. Loyalists of the government say Ranil chose ex-judge ALWIS to head the commission to probe the Easter Sunday attacks. In the same manner, GOTA got Upali Aberatne to inquire into political victimizations. Viangoda's criticism against ALWIS report. Political critic and writer Gamani Viangoda refers to the matter in an article in Weekend Anida. He says ALWIS had been ordered to be expelled from the judiciary after being found guilty of gross misconduct when she was into her second year as a magistrate. Pursuant to an appeal by her, the Judicial Services Commission allowed her to resign. She made a return to the judiciary only during GOTA's rule. It is from a report by a person with such questionable conduct that GAMAN quotes to make his case. So, Ravi Senaviratne plans to take ALWIS, her commission, and Ranil to court over the matter. It will not come as a surprise if the courts reject her, and the commission report in the same way Upali Aberatne got rejected, adds Viangoda. AKD gets a phone call from Sajith. Unlike the others, Sajith doesn't go to clash with AKD, minds his own affairs and carries on with his campaigning. Just days ago, he phoned the president and inquired him about the situation in Arugam Bay. They discussed the investigation, safety of tourists and the industry, etc. at length. Sajith's campaign jibe at AKD. Nevertheless, he doesn't forget to take a jibe at AKD once in a while. He told a rally that AKD's government talked to the IMF but failed to get the tax burden eased. The IMF agreed during talks with us to do that. So let us go for that, said Sajith to support the SJB's call to the people to elect them to power. Namal quizzed over money left behind by an unknown. Namal says he has been questioned by the CID for more than 2 hours over an unknown person having left behind a huge amount of money 10 years ago. He said he gave the statement at the president's request and urged the CID to investigate properly. He also challenged the government to probe his family's assets, said to be in Uganda and Seychelles. The CID is investigating a good governance period complaint that MPs had received $100 million from a Malaysian businessman during 2011-12. Ranil frequents Flower Road on Sagala's behalf. Following his defeat last month, Ranil is yet to go before the people, other than issuing an occasional statement. Latest reports indicate he is back into the game. At 9 o'clock every morning, big shots in gas cylinder get summons to the campaign office down Flower Road. Non-candidates Dinesh, Prasanna, Tyran, Ravi K, Wajira too attend. Prema Jayantha makes chance appearances. After that, media and propaganda committees meet with Dinith and Shanuka doing the coordination part. Every other day, electoral organisers and candidates in Colombo gather for meetings. At all these discussions, Ranil mainly explains that he wants Sagala in. Why a music video? Maybe he is fed up with Netflix. Ranil is onto acting in a music video. Leader TV revealed on the 24th. It is part of the campaign for Colombo, primarily on behalf of Sagala. This unexpected deed by Ranil has caught the attention of many. After retiring from active politics, Mangala appeared in a music video by Wasti. Mahinda too has made appearances in teledramas and music videos, but during his MP days only. So, it may be a first that an ex-president is contributing to a music video. That's it for today.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.